Welcome back to Round Recap, guys, where we recap the latest round of Rugby League. Alright, and it just so happens to be that this round is the round of excuses. This is a special episode where we come up with excuses. Alright? Clubland can wait, guys. Club footy can wait for a bit. Because we got to talk State of Origin. We've got to talk Game 1, we've got to talk Suncorp, we've got to talk the Cauldron, we've got to talk New South Wales, we've got to talk Queensland, we've got to talk all the reasons why we lost, alright? It doesn't take a betting man to see that New South Wales had the better side, right? And Queensland didn't. And, you know, I'm someone, I claim to be able to read people, right? I can see behind the facade, right? I can see behind a tough guy facade. And let me tell you, and before I go into the footy itself, I want to preference and say, is that how you say that? Is that how you say that? I don't know if that's how you say that, but I just want to state, all right? I read people well because I've watched years of mixed martial arts, of the fighting sport, all right? The greatest fighting sport of them all, UFC, all right? And in watching that sport, you learn to be able to read people, okay? So this is where this is coming from. And even before the game, even before kickoff, right, all week leading into Origin, I could just see it on the faces of the Queenslanders, right? They didn't have it in them. They didn't have the so-called Queensland spirit, right? Some say it's a figment. Some say it doesn't exist anymore, right? Some say it's not real. And to that I say, hey, maybe. Right? Maybe today's day and age doesn't have the Queensland spirit. Alright? And I could see into the eyes of these Queenslanders. Alright? That they didn't want the win. There was a few in there that looked a little hungry. Tennis Fusalama Awi, Jeremiah Nanai. Tom Deere didn't even look like he wanted to have a go. But for the other few, and you know who your names are, alright? I'm disappointed. Right? It was a hard game to watch. And although this is the round recap of excuses, and I could have a million of them, I'm just going to come out and say, I'm going to take a page out of the Bush Poet's book, the book of poetry of the Bush Poet, and I'm just going to say we're Queenslanders, right? We're Queenslanders. We lose games. We lose games at Suncorp. We lose 3 Origin matches in a row, right? It happens. We're not perfect humans. And, shit happens, okay? I'm not going to come out here like a New South Wales fan would for 8 years. Right? And make excuses. Hey, New South Wales, what was it like making excuses for 8 years? Okay? That's what I'm not going to do, is I'm not going to make excuses. Right? I'm not going to make excuses for why we lost. This round recap is also the round recap of contradiction. All right, there's going to be a lot of contradiction. Yeah, Queensland picks you, and we won 8 in a row, and the ones we lose, we don't make excuses. We take them on the chin. We go back out there because that's what the Queensland spirit is all about. When you lose, you lost. You go back out there and you eat your Wheaties. You eat your morning grits and Wheaties, and you just go out there and you try and get another win under your belt. Simple as that. So that's all I've got to say about Origin, guys. That's all I've got to say about Queensland losing at Suncorp. All right, is that Thursday morning there was a lot of hungover New South Welshmen. There was a lot of happy New South Welshmen. But in Queensland, all right, we woke up with a big, meaty, steaming bowl of grits and Wheaties, and we fucking chewed down on that, lad, and we swallowed our pride, all right? And we're looking forward to Perth, all right? That's all I can say. All right? We're not even in the right week. This is round 14. We're getting a glimpse into next week's round. Here we are, round 13. All right, this was quite a good round, guys. I didn't mind it at all. There was a lot of good games. I watched a lot of them. All right, I watched a lot of footy this weekend, guys. There wasn't many games I missed. Kicking us off Friday night, Dragons versus Knights. What can I say about this one? Dragons did as I said in Punter's playbook and won, all right, because Newcastle are poo. This is two poo slinging sides going at it, all right, and it came down to the Dragons getting the dub, 20-6. So pretty vicious humping, pretty vicious one, 20-6. It was all Dragons, guys. This was probably one of the games of the round I didn't particularly spend too much time dwelling on, just because the Knights have been so boring, so poop. All right. But yeah. Gutho scored a try. Oh my God, Jaden Sewer. So if you watch Punter's Playbook, if you're a fan of Punter's Playbook, all right, Jaden Sewer finally scores a try. Jaden Sewer scores his first try, right, of the year, I think. And just when we stop backing him for an anytime try scorer, he scores a try. But that's Punter's Playbook. We're not here to talk Punter's Playbook. We're here to talk round recap. And then he gets an ankle injury, and he's off. Who else scored? Pacific Tonga, I think his name is. I'm not sure if that's correct pronunciation of the name, all right? I tend to mess up these Polynesian names. He scored his first try, his debut try. Not debut, but debut try. Not on debut try. Is that a saying? Do we say that? Who else scored, man? Who else scored that was a good score? Tyrell Sloan. I think Luciano Leilua. Did Luciano Leilua score? Did he score? Quick check at this. We'll have a quick look at this, guys. No, he didn't. Right. Well, anyway. Loco Pacifica Tonga. I think I got that right. Jaden Sewer and Clint Gutho. And Kai Pierce-Paul. So there you go. That's all I got on that one. That's all I got on that game, guys. It's not that deep. Titans versus Storm to open us up on a Saturday. Bit of a meh game. Silfai scores a few. What's his name? Jaden Campbell scores a try. It was a meh game. Tight first half. A lot of errors out of the Storm. Did not look like a top four side. The Titans, it was gritty footy. It was wet, gritty footy at Cbus at the Gold Coast. I can't even remember much of this game. I just remember I had a multi on, and I keep talking Punter's Playbook, but it's hard not to. Katoa, Pappenhausen, Brian Kelly. Brian Kelly gets close, but other than that, Katoa and Pappenhausen way far away from scoring. So, yeah, mad game. This was a pretty mad game. I honestly thought the Titans would have won, but onto the Cowboys versus West Tigers game. And shock horror, I'm going to talk more punting in this one. I'm sorry. The Cowboys get it done, 32-28. Tight-ish first half. Like, the Cowboys definitely looked like the better rugby league side. They were running the ball, line breaks here, left, right, everywhere, left, right, center, up, down, round and round. Okay, look up, look down. Your fire's ready. Okay, quick ruck speed, line breaks, tackle breaks, all of the good stuff, all right? Tom Dearden, Jackson Purdue, you got two little speedsters in the halves. They were just setting all this stuff up. Tom Dearden's double, triple, quadruple pumping the ball. Then Jackson Purdue scores a try, guys. I had Jackson Purdue, Jerome Nanai, Cowboys 1-12. If you watch Punter's Playbook, that was the Punter's Playbook multi and it got up. So, yeah, really excited about the whole Jackson Purdue situation. Close, gritty first half. Either side, slugging her out. Second half opens up. Jerome Nanai. I always call him Jerome Nanai. Jeremiah Nanai rushes the kick chase, jumps up, grabs it, scores a try. You see one of these ones. Oh, Lord. Let me tell you, my heart nearly sunk into my chest when I seen one of these ones. All right? Because, let's face it, when you see one of these ones, and when the ref's talking one of these ones, there's a good chance that try's getting disallowed. But let me tell you something. I've watched a lot of rugby league this year, and that's the case. But not when it comes to Jeremiah Nanai, all right? Not when it comes to clean, sticky hands Jeremiah Nanai, representing Queensland, Game 2 in Perth. It's the round of excuses. Not when it comes to Jeremiah Nanai, right? He gets the ball, scores a try. There we go. I got my turn and try scorers. Now it's just a war of attrition. Now it's just a bite down in the mouthpiece and just hold the score line to 1-12. Please don't blow the Tigers out, and please don't Tigers win the game. They were the two things we were fighting off, all right? All of a sudden, Cowboys blow it out. It's 30-6. It's 32-6. You think the game's over. The multi's done. Thanks for coming, I can't punt. All of a sudden, Jerome Luai and the Tigers, quick succession, and Appy Coruscant. I'll throw Appy Coruscant in there. You know, I'll throw Appy in there. He's all right. He's all right. 3 tries in quick succession. Boom, boom, boom. Here we go. We got a game on our hands. And then the Tigers score again. All right? And all of a sudden, it's 32, could be 32, possibly 30, with a 2-point deficit. 32, miss the conversion, 32-28. Still a 4-point game. It's got Tigers written all over it. Thankfully for me, and anyone else who had the Punters Playbook multi on, the Cowboys held them out. And let's just say Papi got his kitty. Papi got his kitty real good. Papi got his kitty on that game. So I've probably done the deep dive into a Cowboys-Tigers game. That's the first in Fighting Field Insights history. All right, but Papi got his kitty. That's all that matters. On to the Manly versus Broncos game at Brookvale. This game had writing on the wall being a great game. Even though both sides have been poo, it had writing on the wall saying it was going to be a great game. But, yeah, long and behold, it was poo. It was a poo game, guys. Broncos suck is sort of where I'm getting at here. I think it was Johnsy, the late great, all right? Joey Johns, I think, was sort of alluding at the fact that the Broncos... Was it Joey Johns who said that? I don't know. Was alluding at the fact that the Broncos just rely too much on trick plays and trickery. Don't be afraid to comment and tell me that I'm wrong there if that was not Joey Johns saying that, all right? Maybe I'm just... Is it defamation? Maybe I'm just defamating all over his name. But I heard someone at Fox or 9 or whatever talking about this, right? Talking how the Broncos are just a little bit lazy and they rely a little bit too much on trick plays, and it's sort of up to Pat Carrigan and Payne Haas to do the work through the middle. And, yeah, all of that. So, guys, look, it is what it is. Poo game. Good on Manly for having a crack. But, yeah, wasn't a fan. Wasn't a fan. It was a good way to wind down after a big win up at Queensland Country Bank Stadium. Todd Payton. Yeah! On to Sunday, South Sydney Rabbitohs versus the Warriors, guys. The Rabbitohs, my team. My ride or dies. My boys. The Wars, honorary War 2025, all right? So this was a hard game to watch, all right? I will say my loyalty lied within the Rabbitohs, but I was getting upset. I was getting upset when I was seeing the boys lose, but I'm happy we lost well. Because you can lose, you can get humped, or you can, sort of fight off the humper. And, we sort of fought off the humpers here. 30-36, I'm okay with. Shit, I'm okay with 30-36. Latrell Mitchell, that's it, was having a second half blinder, as he does. A second half blinder. The Trell cutout is what they're renaming it to. I'm hearing rumour on the grapevine that they're renaming the cutout pass to the Trell cutout. Just because he's often doing them. And typically the man on the other end of a Trell cutout is an AJ, Alex Johnson. Hat-trick, 200th career try. Alright? A hat-trick against the Wars, who have been one of the most defensively sound teams this season. Trell cutout and an AJ hat-trick? Okay? It was the kind of stuff I was witnessing on a Sunday afternoon at 2 p.m, alright? With a few beers in my belly. Yeah, this one was a real rugby league's fan game. And spoiler, looking forward, this might be game of the round. Because the Rabbitohs, never say die attitude. Warriors just kept putting the knife in them. We kept pulling it out and walking forward, bruh. Trell Mitt cutout pass. The Trell cutout. AJ. AJ intercept. AJ old man AJ intercept. How old's AJ? Would he be 36, 35? At the least, he's 35. At the oldest, he's 36. He could be 30. No, he's not 37. But he's 35, 36. And he just said, come on, all you young, fit Warriors play. Hey, Luke Metcalf, you're kind of quick. Come chase me, bruh. I know Luke Metcalf wasn't chasing, but I just needed an example of a young, hungry buck that could possibly keep up with the late, great Alex Johnson. Right? When Alex Johnson is in stride, it is said that there is just a crashing boom within a core stadium. Whichever stadium he's at, but there's a crashing boom because he breaks the sound barrier. Right? When Alex Johnson gets into his stride and he settles into his work and just starts laying fucking leg to grass, boot to grass, bruh. Yeah, breaking sound barriers and that. Breaking sound barriers, alright? Trell's throwing cutouts, breaking sound barriers, and AJ's making line break intercepts. Right? And he's just striding down the field, right? Breaking sound barriers. So that's all I've got to say there. Yeah, Warriors, good on you guys. Love it. Penrith versus Eels. This was a poo slinger. I'm going to admit. 2 games that should have been really good. Manly versus the Broncos and Penrith versus the Parramatta Eels. These 2 games should have been really good and they were really poo. They sucked really bad, all right? This game was just such a testament of how bad Penrith is. Like playing down to Parramatta's level. You know, Parramatta, I know these sides, no matter, like, if it's 2022 prime Penrith or if it's whenever Parramatta won the spoon, all right? If it's either of those sides, they're going to have a close game. But this was just particularly poo. Errors everywhere, just not normal footy. It just was poo. It was poo. It was a gap filler for the next big game, right? Roosters versus the Raiders. And I just want to start by saying a little chant from the home country. A little chant from the home country I like to call the Mark Nawanga Nitawase. Mark Nawanga Nitawase. Mark Nawanga Nitawase. Mark Nawanga Nitawase. Nitawase. Right? I just wanted to start by saying that. Sorry for all the headphone listeners out there. But it's Mark Nawanga Nitawase. Mark Nawanga Nitawase. Alright? If you're smart enough like me, if you're a rugby league connoisseur like me, alright, you know a thing or two about a pill. You know a thing or two about a trail cutout. If you know a thing or two about the great game of rugby league like me, you were smart enough to put Mark Nawanga Nitawase on as a first try scorer. Because if you want to look into the stats, you want to do a deep dive into the stats. Alright? The Roosters have scored first in 100% of the games this year. That means they've scored first in every single game they've played. Just in case you're simple and you're dyslexic, you don't know what 100% means. Alright? Canberra Raiders was something like 40%. So, a fool would have picked a Canberra Raiders try scorer to score first. A fool. Alright? But if you're intelligent and you're wise and you know the great game of rugby league like I do, right? Even with a few beers in the system, you'll still just see a Mark Nawanga Nitawase and you'll be like, put 2 and 2 together. It's simple. Put 2 and 2 together. Mark Nawanga Nitawase, good form, Wallabies, Union, and then the Roosters 100%. First try scoring rate. Put them together. What do you get? You get Mark Nawanga Nitawase first try scorer. He goes up. He gets the ball. He comes down. He scores a try. And, yeah. Papi got his kitty off that too. Papi got big kitty off that one. That was Papi's big kitty of the round. Okay? And then let's talk the game, because I'm talking a lot of punting here. Let's talk the game. Tight, gritty, hardcore rugby league. The Roosters were doing as I sort of predicted, and they were jumping them because the Roosters jump teams, especially these good teams. The Roosters have been showing up for these big games, all right? The Raiders just are continuing to prove that they're a premiership side, guys. I keep saying it, right? I think a lot of you probably know too. Like if you've got rugby league eyes in your head, you'll understand that the Raiders are playing premiership footy. All right, great team, and someone went off. Jamal Fogarty's not even there. Last minute, hey, look, guys, I can't play. Send in Sanders. Send in the young Ethan Sanders. Right? I've entrusted him. I've taught him my ways. I've groomed him into the number 7 kicking spotlight. Okay? So, yeah, go out there and win the game. Sando's got it. And Sando had it indeed. Not Sando Smith, Sanders, the Colonel. The Colonel went out there and played his role at number 7, but it was a team effort, all right? It was a strong effort from every Canberra Raiders out there. Okay? All out there playing great footy. Tamale played really tough footy, defensive, backline footy. Could have scored a try, wouldn't have minded that. Everyone played their role. Sando, the Colonel, he played well. Tarpon, he led from the front, you know. The Raiders are just so impressive to watch this season, guys. Just a rough and tough, gritty team. And, yeah, upsetting night for the Roosters, but, you know, you're going in there and you're punching above your weight, and you hang in there. Similar to the... Well, it's 26-24, guys. Come on, give them some slack. You know, 2-point deficit. It's similar to this game, and it's similar to the Tigers-Cowboys game, all right? So there's 3 really good games of the round that we can pick from here. But, yeah. And then Ethan Strange right at the very end, all right, comes in to score a try. And Puppy got a little bit more kitty off of that. Mark Nwanganita-Wase, Ethan Strange, Canberra Raiders to win. So 2 multis hitting on one game. Me like you a lot. So that's it, guys. That's every game of the round. Bulldogs, Dolphins, Sharks all had a bye. We're back with a full round in round 14, but this was round 13, guys. And for a little bit of, you know, post-Origin footy, it was good. It was really good. It was better than expected. Okay, 3 tight, close, classic, high-scoring, entertaining, awesome try scores, rugby league. It was great. Three of the best games. 3 of the best games I've seen in a long time. It's going to be hard to pick these few awards for this week, guys, because, you know, you got the Roosters game with that was really entertaining. Okay, and then you got this Puslinger. You got the Rabbitohs Warriors game, which is really entertaining, and then you got Cowboys versus West Tigers. Who do you pick? All right. Who do you pick out of all these, out of them 3? I don't know who. I don't know who to pick, all right? I honestly don't know. I think the Rabbitohs have gotten a few this year. I think the Tigers have been in a few this year. But I don't think the Roosters have been in any this year. Though the Canberra Raiders have. So congratulations to the Roosters and congratulations to the Raiders. You guys get Fight Field Insights Game of the Round 13. All right, congratulations. Played good footy. And, you know, Papa win kitty. So, happy about that. And, yeah, congratulations, both of these teams. Awesome game. Another Sunday Fight and Field Insights Game of the Round. Always seem to be a Sunday game. Where are we at here? Player of the round. This one's really hard to pick. It's definitely not going to be anyone from this Friday night game. It's definitely not going to be anyone from the Titans Storm game. Could look in at a Cowboys West Tigers game. You know, maybe look at a Dearden. Maybe look at a Deardo. Or you could look into... Not going to look at this one. This one was poo, guys. Or you could look into the Rabbitohs Warriors game. You could look at a Metcalf. You could look at a Metcalf, or you could look at a... I mean, you could look at a Trell. But Trell's just there all the time. He's that good that it's sort of like... Why does he keep coming up? Because he's that good. All right? But Alex Johnson, all right, might be the first winger to win it. A little bit of team bias, but he might be the first winger to win it. Or you could pick... Tamale, another winger in the running, right? Had a really outstanding game. Ooh. Hugo Savala was having good footy. I don't know who to pick here, guys. You know what? I think it's down to 3 men for me. It's down to Tom Dearden. It's down to Alex Johnson. It's down to Tamale. It's down to them 3. And I think I'm going to go with Tom Dearden. Okay? Because when Queensland head to Perth, we're going to need a little Tommy D. We're going to need a little Tommy D. Just a little Tommy D. Alright? And give him the 7. So, congratulations, Tom Dearden. You are Fighting Food Insights Player of the round 13. Congratulations, bro. Alright? That medal is on the way. Okay? And you might even get a trophy if you win a series for Queensland. Yeah. Great performance by Tommy D. Great performance from the 3 big games from the round. And, yeah, man, that's round recap. We've covered it all, all right? We've covered it all. We've covered a little bit of State of Origin. We've covered a little bit of Clubland, all right? And, yeah, the next time you guys are going to see me, it's going to be Punters Playbook, and we're going to be talking a little bit more punting. Even though I talked a lot of punting in this game, we're going to be talking even more, okay? But, yeah. Just wanted to show you this before I go. You know. But you're not going to hear an excuse out of me. That's all I'm saying. Thanks for watching, guys. Like, subscribe. Check out my socials. Instagram. TikTok. At Fighting Field Insights. Like, subscribe. Mainly subscribe. Thank you for everyone who has been subscribing. All right, we're at 32 subscribers now. We've become a little family, a little group. All right, we've come a little long way. And yeah, I know I'm jocular at times, but I'm grateful that I've gathered up 32 people that are showing love and supporting the channel. It means a lot. These videos are pretty sucky and crappy to make at times. You know, with my schedule, right? I don't have the most free time on my hands. But I still come out here. I still make these videos for you guys because I love doing it, and I love, I love rugby league. I love Fighting Field Insights. So thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next episode of Round Recap. Thanks, guys. See yous. Bye. Give me a quick shout out. Can you look at the camera and say, Jai Gray, please come on the show.
Jai Gray, please come on the show, mate. You're a great ambassador for the game. Please come on.
Cheers, guys.